to Film 24/7. On today's show we're discussing the new film sensation 73. Here we are joined by the director of the film, a news reporter and target audience member. Hello and welcome. After having watched 73, I noticed it really conformed to the thriller convention. How do you think you did this and why?
Well, when I think of a sci-fi convention movie, I think of spaceships and technology. And when I think of a horror convention, I think of murder and mystery. So by conducting research, me and my team found a thriller convention includes murder, stalking and kidnap, and some sort of heroine. So we took our target audience's advice and decided to make the main theme of the film stalking. Not only is it all over the news, it's also an action that can take place with anyone without them even knowing. And this is something we wanted to play on. Also adding in the young girl means the audience are sympathetic as she's very young and represents vulnerability and innocence, as she has no idea of her stalker. However, it challenges the concept as the audience is unable to see the stalker or learn of his identity, which draws in the audience, making them want to watch on.
Yes, indeed. Yet, despite the movie's success, some critics have said it may corrupt the youth of today, as it's only 16 plus. As a news reporter on such issues, what do you think about this?
Well, stalking is a big issue in today's society. Not only does it affect everyday citizens, it also is prevalent among celebrities, such as Jennifer Aniston, Selena Gomez, and even Mark Zuckerberg. They've all experienced stalking, and the list goes on. It can also happen to all ages. Stalkers usually have personality disorders and suffer from insecurities and jealousy. This makes them feel the need to have control over someone else's life. It's important that young people know just how scary a stalker is and how important it is for them not to look only out for themselves and keep themselves safe, but also to look out for their peers and younger siblings. 73 will create the awareness of stalking among the older teenagers.
Yes, stalking in the news is an ever-growing worry in the UK nowadays, affecting girls and boys of such young ages.
Well, the film certificate for this movie is 16, as there is no violence or swearing. The film is scary as it's a thriller, and it's designed to be because stalking does happen, and yes, although it's an unpleasant thought, it really does affect all ages, and society needs to be aware of this.
I am aware that stalking can be upsetting and uneasy, and like you've pointed out, stalking does or can affect everyone, so the movie is therefore designed to make people aware of this. However, obviously the ultimate aim is for the audience to enjoy the fear and tension the movie creates.
Very interesting reasoning. Additionally, how do you attract and draw in your audience?
A main character, such as the young girl we chose, really allows the audience to empathise and relate to her. We knew placing her in a stalking situation would attract our viewers, as previous research had shown stalking was a particularly favourite theme. We didn't reveal too much in the first 2 minutes and therefore kept the audience intrigued. We kept it very simplistic and basic, which meant not much was revealed about where the girl was going, why she was being followed, or what relevance she had to the story, therefore easing them to watch on. Also used eerie and mysterious music to create a rise in tension. Don't you agree, Bryony?
Yes. I thought the film was really good. I thought the way that it was edited was really good. I loved the soundtrack, especially as I thought it was non-diegetic music helped to build up the film tension and made the film seem a lot more scary and uneasy. It also helped build tension as the soundtrack and both editing helped to show the difference between the stalker's camera shots and the normal camera shots, which built a very high tension level throughout the movie.
Well, what we actually used was small handheld cameras. We found they were particularly useful when filming from the stalker's point of view, as he needed to be amateur and shaky, and the small handheld camera gave him a lot more of his own control on how they worked it. To edit it, we used Pro Editor, where from previous experience had gained much more confidence for creating effective titles, making the flow and current of the scenes much smoother, and being able to use outside downloads such as the title sequence, fuzzing screen and music, which we downloaded to further add to the tension. A particular skill we gained was little things like how to get rid of the audio in a piece, how to speed up and slow down a particular scene, and further our knowledge in production in general.
Oh, that sounds very technical. Now, having watched some of your previous work, such as Preliminary Task, you've really improved as a director. How do you think you've done this?
We've done this by really realising the full potential of the camera and the editing skills we had already gained prior to this task. Such as Preliminary Task, we faced a number of issues, such as the scenes not flowing and dialogue not being able to heard. This meant for 73 we were very careful considering the ending and start position of each scene. We also didn't include any dialogue, as we wanted the viewer to be completely focused on the action and made sure we filmed it all in one continuous day. We were much more confident with editing, and from research we're confident with our stalking concept. We also learnt that music is a key part to creating a good scene, as for preliminary task we didn't have any backing music and this made it very monotonous and dull. Therefore for 73 we knew we had to find an interesting and tension building piece, which I felt we did very well.
We all know that behind the scenes of a film there's a lot of work to be done. So how did you distribute your film to the public?
We used News Corporation as a basis for our distribution and were later sponsored by 20th Century Fox. We chose this company because of their high success rate of their other films and it helped us to succeed. We also used YouTube and social networking sites where our peers were able to share and further advertise our thriller.
Well, very well done in your film. I thoroughly enjoyed watching it, and thank you to all of our guests. Thank you to our news reporter Clem Morgan,
Yeah, thank you.
target audience member Bryony Jury, and director Olivia Baldwin.
Thank you.
We hope you can join us again next time on Film 24/7, where we'll be delving into the ideas behind the movie Dropout. See you then.